because I was a mature student, you see. I'd only started teaching when I was about 40, after the kids had grown up. I was living over in Holiday in Jersey with my mother, and I'd been for a long walk along the beach, and I came up and it was dragging an awful lot, and my mother said, you know, I really think you should go and have something done about that leg of yours. 5 years of tests have been in and out of hospital. He said, I don't really know what's wrong with you. Go and live your life. Well, this was what I did. I went on teaching, and I met Sonny, and I looked after his children. We used to take the little ones out for walks, and I always used to walk at the front to try to pace the walking. The girl who was at the other end of the line said to me, she said, do you know your whole class is walking with a limp? So all these little 5-year-olds, we were going, they were all imitating me walking down this thing, which I think is quite sweet, really. So I went back to, after 15 years, to this specialist. I hadn't been back to him at all. Oh, and he said, oh, I remember you. And he said, we said, you have got worse. Anyway, we went off and we retired, and it just seemed to me that I was dwelling more on my disability than I ever had when I was working. In Spain, once or twice, I'd borrowed a wheelchair. It was so delightful because you could drink as much as you wanted and eat as much as you want, and you knew you weren't going to have to walk home, you know. It was absolute bliss. And I thought, this isn't bad. One day my daughter said to me, she said, you don't have to take a long time walking across there. You know, it'd be much better if we brought the wheelchair and pop you into the wheelchair and took you along. They always wanted to keep me going, you know, and I wanted to keep going too. I heard about electric wheelchairs. So I said, I've got to have one of them now. When I came here to this delightful house, that's put an end to all my walking. I got into my electric wheelchair and I fly around all over the place now. Even though I'm 75, I still am so bored with the things I can't do.
Okay, you don't have to go like that. And now draw back. Push this arm out straight. Straight out. There you go. Well, you hit the tree, I suppose. That's a start.
The heart is a balloon, shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you could lend a hand in return for grace. So beautiful. It was a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Beautiful day.
People with disabilities don't want to be seen always as the receivers. They don't want to feel isolated. They don't want to feel on the margins of society. We've felt that too often before. Our rightful place is in the community of our birth if we want to stay there, or in another community if we want to move there. You're never handed anything. You've got to work for it. You've got to strive for it. so that we don't have this terrible stigma of 70 or 80% of people with disabilities always out of work. The built environment hasn't been touched enough to make it fully accessible. It's no good leaving it to the county councils individually to do it, because they just don't do it. In schools, if we never see stories that feature people with disabilities, we'd imagine there are no people with disabilities around at all. Even in the film that we're making now, it's people with disabilities who've done the camera work, learned all about it, done the sound, and showed what people with disabilities can do given the chance.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in.
Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise.